What can a coach say to those Manchester United players in that dressing room now that would make them feel now, or 24 hours? Would you leave it 24 hours before you said something?
Well, you can say a few words, and the first thing is to protect the club and the team as much as you can with the press, you know, and not to come out with statements that create even a deeper crisis. You know you are in a crisis, and you know you have a lot of work to do to get that just mentally right again in the team, because that's a massive blow. And overall you try just to not make more bad than it is already, you know, and to give that message to the players after, you know, that a crowd is always cruel when it is they feel humiliated, and the second thing, they look always for a responsible.
Yes.
And our job is the first responsible.
The buck stops with you, yeah.
Always. I mean, Andy, we've seen some bad teams go to Old Trafford and get a hiding.
Yes.
In 6. If you're conceding 6 there, you know the writing's on the wall, don't you?
I saw a team concede 8 there.
Did you? 8?
Yeah,
wow.
I can't believe it. I don't know who that
surely
was.
not. No.
That was ridiculous.
Look, you see now Liverpool.
Yeah.
They had a great day today. Last year they lost 7 at Villa.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So it is. It can happen sometimes.
It can.
But in a big game, of course, the damage is massive. Had a great day today. Last year they lost 7 at Villa.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So it is. It can happen sometimes.
It can.
But in a big game, of course, the damage is massive. You know? That can happen in a small game.
If it's genuinely now, if it's a one-off, okay. But if it's been coming, and United fans will tell you, and again, I'm trying to keep you clear of this. I don't want you to get involved in it because it's not fair. But United fans have felt that coming, haven't they, for some time?
United fans at the beginning of the season, Richard, when they got Sanko in, when they were getting Varane in, and the players that they'd recruited, and Rashford was coming back from injury, and Ronaldo had joined them, they felt that there was more from this team to come. They felt that this was the year they could challenge. I always felt that, and again, I'm not saying that and I haven't, I always felt that the group of players should be capable to mount a challenge for the league, right? As long as the coach could handle them, and not be influenced in selecting his team by the name of the player rather than do they fit into my system? Can I play that way? Am I going to play somebody just because he is so-and-so? And I think maybe all he's had, I don't know, maybe he's had trouble being able, he doesn't seem to settle on the side and go, right, you're my best team, so I'm going to play you. And I've often wondered about that, and I don't know if that's the case.
What will they be ahead of Le Classique? What will they make in France of Paul Pogba being left out for a significant match of that nature, and then the indiscipline he showed Arsene when he got the chance?
Well, it's exactly what you know. You leave a great player out for a great game, for a big game, and if you bring him on, you know his frustration could cost you even more, and that's what happened basically in this game. The frustration punished Man United even more. But I think overall in our job, you know, we have always to think to make a parallel with the money you have spent in the last 3 or 4 or 5 years and the quality of your team.
That's awful. That's an awful challenge.
I think that's where something is not right at Man United on that front as well.
Yeah. When you're given a collection of stars, it's a shocking tackle, by the way. When you get given a collection of stars, Arsene, do you pick a team or pick a way of playing or pick a system? So what you have, or do you make them play the way you want them to play?
It depends. If you arrive and you have already the players there.
What, Manchester United? If I gave you Manchester United,
you buy. You have a system that you prefer, and then you buy the players who suit your system.
But do you shoehorn players into positions where they're not comfortable?
I think the first quality for a manager is to put the players in a position where he's comfortable, where he can meet his needs, you know, and express his talent. And that's why a manager normally is a guy who observes well and detects the strong points of the players.
Was Ronaldo a mistake? Was it a romantic re-signing?
There is some, I wouldn't say it was a mistake, but certainly some emotional impact was in there, you know, because he has been fantastic player.
Has he created more problems for Solskjaer than he might solve?
I believe Ronaldo still can score you the goal that you need. Can Ronaldo repeat every 3 days very high-intensive games? That's certainly less the case today. But let's not forget, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, he was a hero and he saved them with an exceptional header. But after that, when you buy a play like that, you have the secret. You know that as well as I do, is the balance of a team.
Yes.
And you know that you play Ronaldo, still he can win you games, but you need to create a balance around him.
What did you make of Chiellini's comments this week that the Juventus dressing room were of the opinion they wished he'd gone sooner because he was centre of attention and broke virtually every rule in that dressing room?
I felt, I read his interview today, and I didn't interpret it like that. I thought he said he should have left sooner because it was late in the season, and he left on the 28th of August, and he said he would have preferred that he leaves on the 1st of August, but can prepare mentally to go into the new season. And they lost the 3 first games. Basically, Juventus had a bad start, but they had to find again the balance. But if that's the case, you will have the same problem with Messi, The first who are questions are the superstars, and when it doesn't work. And that's why when you go into that politic, you have to stand up and try to find the balance in the team in a different way. And you could see today, I would say that we could all see the difference between a complete teamwork defensively and another team who had holes everywhere, because they didn't work together in the whole game.
Good. Okay, well, now we can talk about the game, now that we've moved from the other nasty stuff. Quick break, and we'll be back with Arsene Wenger, Nigel de Jong, and obviously Andy in just a moment. On a day, I said 90 minutes ago, I thought it was the result of the decade.
So you can answer it.
I think he is at the moment, yeah. Yeah, I can't think of any other player in the world that is playing as well as him. Every week he seems to be scoring another world-class goal. His numbers stack up. Visually, he's brilliant. He's strong as an ox. He's quick. He scores goals. He assists. He does everything. He's playing in a great team, mind. But I don't think there's anyone playing as well as him in the world at the moment.
So he scored in 9 in a row. No Liverpool players ever scored 10 in a row. How do United stop him?
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen, Steve. How did he stop him? I don't know how you stop him. I would have thought Maguire and Lindelof were... I hope they've had a good sleep tonight. Last night, sorry, because it's going to be very tough. And you think he'd be perfect to play against Maguire as well. On that side, you think his low centre of gravity, really sharp, he's quick, can score all type of goals. That's a City goal. What a goal. And I have to agree with Mike. At this moment in time, look, I love Phil Foden, I love Kevin De Bruyne, but this lad's the best player in the world at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, and he's been doing it for a long time now. I mean, consistency, no one can say it's a flash in the pan anymore. I mean, I must admit, when he came from Roma, and I shouldn't have thought it, but in the first 10 games, he was banging in goals, and I was thinking, wow, this is a staggering rate that he's scoring at. And I couldn't really believe it. And then after 20 games, he was still doing it, and I was starting to think, is he the real deal? Because we were talking before, at Chelsea, we
didn't get much of an opportunity.
We didn't get, no, but I mean, you have to respect the views of certain managers at the time. And for someone to get rid of, a player, it probably tells more of a story than what you're seeing in a few little cameo appearances.
He got rid of a couple more decent players.
Three of the best 5 or 6 players in the world have been at Chelsea. You've got Mo Salah, De Bruyne, and Lukaku. They've got rid of them all. I mean, they must be being sick every time he scores a goal. But no, I mean,